Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially my birthday, which means today I'm going to do whatever I want. Yeah, I'm totally one of those people. And so, what I want to do is I want to tell the people in Europe the same thing I've been telling you guys for like 2 weeks. You are now in our wave after wave after wave pattern as it moves across the ocean, as it skips a biscuit into your tea and crumpets. And tea has become really popular over the last few years. That is my first name. Just a letter. It's a whole debate. I don't want to debate on my birthday. I want to talk about this weather because, baby, it is unsettled and wet. And, well, I guess if, stock, I see it goes right to a picture of the stock market. Okay. It's not that bad. When Bloomberg is saying, hey, man, it is not that bad. You got to trust Bloomberg because they're, what? Okay, what was it saying? Yeah, it is unsettled and wet. It's going to be unsettled and wet over the next 5 days. These are the rainfall totals. Yeah, I've opened one beer. Someone out there, I just psychically heard them say, is he drunk? Is he high? I had one beer, man. It's my birthday. Get off my back. What was it talking about? Yeah, Europe. Same thing I've been telling you guys for a couple weeks now. You're in this pattern, and the things have been looking pretty nasty. So, and then you got a storm after that, and then a storm after that. But, hey, happy my birthday, and happy December day, the 19th. And I'm hoping, since I was born on the 19th, 2019 will be a good, lucky year for me. Plus, Sagittarius is where Jupiter's at for a while. And so, that's supposedly my home planet. And Jupiter's my favorite planet, and then comes Venus. Although that doesn't count Earth. Earth is like, Mother Nature. Earth gave birth to me. Of course she's my favorite. I love my mama. All good rebels who rebel for good causes love their mamas. Our mama's boys. It's true. So talking about, women sometimes are a metaphor for the weather, or is it the other way around? I don't even know. I definitely don't want to give them trouble on my birthday. If I've gotten the point across that the weather is going to be unsettled in Europe, then I've done my job like a champ. Although I can't get this dang gift to go properly. And I was going to sneak a 007 Game of Thrones thing on you. When I mention, over the last 3 months, and especially this year, that trying to tell the public the truth about things can be difficult. And you're walking a tightrope out there, man. You really are. And at times you're wondering, shit, what are people going to do with this information anyways? And so, since, they're so focused on one or two subjects, instead of the big picture of us uniting and adapting to all these earth weather changes and other changes that are going on, the Committee to Protect Journalists, CPI, just released its annual report on killed journalists. 2018 is the worst year since 2015, with 53 journalists killed in relation to their work. 34 of those were singled out for murder. Or it's like, yeah, straight up, this dude was murdered, and he was a journalist. So, I don't know. I'm inspired to do this by God and by all the soldiers and all the militaries out there who had good hearts and stood up to protect the people, the animals, the planet. Try to just do the right thing in a world that seems to be a bit shaky at times, when it seems like death could be around every single corner. I'm really shocked that I made it to 47. But I guess anything after my 20s has been, I don't know, man. I've been like this my whole life. It gets me in a lot of trouble sometimes. I'm just trying to be cool, funny, and honest. That doesn't always jab well with some people, I guess. What was it talking about? Oh, yeah. So, you got storms coming through Europe, and here's proof that talking about the stories they don't want you to talk about ends up in gang stalking or getting murdered or just being forced into homelessness or being accused of anything and everything. And now with the new deep fakes, I don't know if you guys have heard, but since like 2006, they've had the technology to digitally create almost anything from pixel scratch. So they can make George W. Bush, Eddie Murphy, and Bill Cosby from like the 80s, along with Dolly Parton and like Apu from The Simpsons, get into like a unicorn Ferris wheel and spin around, eating cotton candy and licking ice cream, and they can make it look totally real. Except for Apu, he will of course look like an animated character because he's a Simpsons guy, right? So, you know, what was it talking about? Oh yeah, so that's like, it's disrupted law and evidence as we know it on certain levels. So, you know, a lot of big changes are coming, and I've technically been talking about this shit for over 20 years. It's called the Grand Transition, where, you know, the digital age has really changed everything. Like, if Earth is a room requirement, all the things we can do with all these wonderful technologies that have been kept in the vault and people have been only using for monetary purposes, to maximize monetary purposes in a diminishing returns fiat currency world that is like now at $184 trillion in debt. That's right, the world's $184 trillion in debt. So what's the world going to do? Is the world going to get a better job? You know what I'm saying? Like, the writing is on the wall, and the only reason I've been standing up saying all this is because I honestly believe, inspired by God, Jesus Christ, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, that any depopulation or shitty plan won't work. And that may be why every civilization failed before us, because at some point the really powerful people freaked out and were like, we're going to throw everybody under the bus and just save us. And then they totally fail and don't make it to the next stage. And so, looks like they all tried to not work together, and that didn't fucking work. So, all I've been suggesting, putting my life on the line daily for everyone, saying, what about, let's try working together. I don't see any records of that ever trying to happen. We see records of civilization being wiped out by the universe and the solar system itself several times. Maybe, if we were badass enough and got our frequency to the proper level, we could work through this Roche limit of all dimensions and all things. You know, that's been my wild theory. But I believe in it 100%. And I haven't heard anyone come up with a better plan. And as we see, it seems like a lot of times, all the information, the good stuff, is highly compartmentalized, and the lie is different at every level. So everybody's a little confused. But what I do know is everybody does need love on some level. And we all have problems that we need to solve together. So I highly recommend everybody get a second chance. We come up with a super great plan that involves putting all the ideas on the table as we get all hands on deck. And we solve these problems together. And we usher in 1,000 years of peace. We can all be heroes. We can all build it, do it together. I believe in that. And that's why I put my life on the line every single day for you. All right. So this video started out just talking about Europe. And I've never even been there. I don't get to travel much. Dang, this year I've been in my foxhole almost all year long. It's been crazy, man. As your like non-secret American 007 1337 planetary defense commander. Whoa, man. It is, yeah. No, when I had told you guys multiple times that you could take the weird 007 shit up a notch, I ain't been kidding. All the main things that have been in the news, like when the head of Interpol just kind of vanished. Someone's like, yeah, that's normal. And I'm like, no, it's not. You know, like a lot of things like that happen that they only hit the news frame for like 30 seconds and then they're gone. Those are the stories that nobody talks about. But yeah, it has all been a lot of, if it were to be something as serious as the whole future of all things were to be simplified to like a game of chess, then yes, there have been some big chess moves made in the last year or two or three. But definitely, you can look at it like 1999 Y2K, we've been on like permanent doom alert every day, all day, 24/7. It's worn us all down. And so, which direction do we want to go? And that we all have free will and inner power. And that how you feel, the decisions you make, the thoughts you think, they matter. If they didn't, they wouldn't be spending so much time, effort, and energy to control your brain to think one direction in one way. You know what I'm talking about? And so that is why I always recommend whatever they're trying to get you to focus on. No, that is probably not the thing you want to be focused on. And controlling your inner energy, your inner mind and your thoughts is very important, especially over these next few days, months, weeks, and years. Capiche? All right. I love you guys. Oh no, you could be like, oh, Thor's gone crazy. But we've all gone crazy. It's been a crazy year, man. You know, it's been a crazy year. You know what? Romance and women are still my favorite drug. So I could still be in trouble. We shall see. But I love you guys, and thanks for crazy birthday talk number uno. I may do this all day. What's the worst that could happen? You down thumbs me? Oh no, I think I shall live. Peace out. You guys are cool. I'm sending nothing but love your way. Can you feel it?